Guys, today's a very special day. Jacob and I just got to be very,
Very
emotional.
impressed.
And this is
yeah.
Jacob, by the way.
So guys, I'm messing with my hair. I need a haircut.
Yes, me. Well, I already got a haircut. I just got to trim the beard a little bit.
Oh
But
yeah,
I'm
I see.
your
I
boy,
see.
Grant Guy, with the movie Game and Animated Reviews. And we just got done being very emotional.
Very.
Had a little bit of crying. They actually kicked us out of the theater with this one. Because, guys, this is actually the end of a 10-year journey. 10 years. Imagine if you guys went to the store and bought a monkey, and then sometimes, most of the time, the monkey just started pooping in the house. You always had to clean it up, and you're like, why?
Yeah, why did you make that
decision?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? That doesn't make any sense. But every now and then, it poops in the toilet. Guys, DCEU has officially come to a close.
Yeah, and that monkey, to put it all together, that monkey was the monkey Zack Snyder released, and it's finally been shot and put to rest. Honestly, I see people defending Zack Snyder movies in the DCU, but no one's really defending these stinkers like Blue Beetle, Shazam.
I was watching someone talking about DC movies the other day, and they made a really good point that the DC fanboys, just movie-wise, are non-existent. Like you have the Zack Snyder fanboys, and that's a whole bubble on its own.
Yeah.
But outside of that, where were you guys when Shazam 2 came out? I don't.
I'm a DC fan, guys, and I did not see Shazam 2. So.
To this day, I still have not seen that movie.
I saw it because my coworkers were like, "Why do we want to watch?" And we put it on, and I'm like. That one scene with the unicorn? Wait, you don't know it because you didn't see it.
No, yeah.
They're literally, man, I want to meet a unicorn. Then the next scene, they see unicorn, and then they're like, Skittles. Then they feed it Skittles, befriend the unicorn. Somehow they knew that. A mystical animal. That was,
Well, because Rainbow. Because Rainbow.
Yeah, I forgot,
So, did that come out this year?
It's gotta have been last. Well...
Yeah, I was going to say, because that would be 4 movies from DC last year. No, I think Shazam was last year. Yeah, because we had Blue Beetle, Flash, and now Aquaman 2. So, Jacob, going into this movie, let's just jump in. What were your expectations?
Expectations were low. I mean, the first one was pretty fun. Me and Grant actually did, watch the first one in preparation for the second. Yep. And honestly, my enjoyment I would have hated the movie more if I did not see the first one.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
And, they kept cutting, flat, I feel like I guess, are we getting into spoilers? Or is that
Yeah, we can go into spoilers, yeah.
Constantly in the final fights or scenes, they kept cutting back the scenes from the first movie.
I know, it kept, kind of retracing its steps a little bit. There were a lot of moments that felt like they already did in the first one. One thing, to kind of jump forward a little bit, Aquaman has a big, I don't want to be freaking king, and then by the end he's like, I have to be king.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what they already did in the first one. Different route, of course, but the end goal was the exact same.
It didn't feel like a second movie. It felt like a extended director's cut of the first one.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. No, that's a perfect way of describing it.
Yeah.
All the things that we find out are laid out right in front of our feet. You would think that it's been 10 or 15 years since the first one came out with how much they recapped events and all that. Brother comes up, we gotta recap. The freaking random ass Lighthouse dad comes up, we gotta recap.
The Joe Rogan Lighthouse dad.
Amber Heard shows up for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
We gotta recap that's longer than her entire performance in the movie.
Yep. yeah. Amber Heard, by the way, she was very disconnected from the film. Her and the mom character.
Dude, seriously.
Literally, they showed up. They had their badass moments, but
yeah.
I didn't care for them ever.
It was kind of just I can't remember a single line she had aside from the "Where's that baby?" Because the house is burning down.
Oh yeah.
But every time.
She's like, "Oh, looks like he died in the ice." Those are the 2 lines.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
we just said both.
Very little thing. Because there is a rumor, and this is just alleged, that after the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case came out, that they went back and cut out some scenes And it was one of the reasons that this movie was delayed for so long.
And I mean, another reason, I think you heard this too, is that they did screenings to test audiences and it failed.
Yeah.
So then they like went back to the drawing board a lot of times, cut it up. Which, man, I thought they were gonna have something unique. My expectation was, oh shit, Black Manta is in movie 2. We don't have a recurring villain happen much in the superhero movies, but then he got possessed. He was
so like, dude, honestly, I really like Black Manta as a character. But guys, if you're going into this thinking this is gonna be some badass Black Manta action, you get a like all fight scene. Yeah. But other than that, it's literally just this League of Legends looking dude.
Dude,
takes over his mind.
I hate it when people are possessed in movies because it's like I can act like them. You just open your eyes wide and go, yes, we will kill them. I don't know. Like the green, like iris, if they were mind controlled, their eyes turn green. Yep. That just felt like CW stuff to me. Like I'm like, dude, I don't need
like really easy effects just to be like mind control.
Yeah, and then like they would. It was so irritating because it treated the audience like you were babies. I'm trying to think of an example, but I remember there was this moment when, oh god, like they were like, they had a plan, they were gonna go into battle or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the lobster guy's like, yeah, and hopefully this is dangerous, guys, so watch out. And it's like, literally, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't explain it because I don't remember the scene exactly. But it would constantly just tell us how you're supposed to feel.
Well, dude, this movie is 2 hours long.
Yeah.
But it's so weird watching this one because at times it felt really fast.
Yeah.
Like, I think the perfect example is basically, I'm trying to remember, like, we literally saw this like a few hours ago. And I'm like trying to recall.
It's jam-packed.
What the hell? Yeah, there was like the pirate thing. That was But yeah, essentially, the whole family gets together for the first time, and they're talking, and they're like, "Hey," because they had the whole first half of this movie.
Yep.
They have this whole thing with climate change, where it's like, it's getting hotter, and then we find out that the main League of Legends villain was trapped in ice, and that because it's getting warmer, he's gonna get out.
Yep.
And Black Manta, since he's possessed, he's like speeding up the warming process because then he's like, oh, it was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, we might as well fast forward and die now.
Yeah. And then just randomly, the queen that should have died in the first movie, I hate her character. It's so pointless. The queen is like, actually, it's not climate change, it's blood. It is the blood because the guy that locked him up in ice was your descendant. So now, to add an extra layer, it's got to be blood. So then everyone's like, the baby, and then they like speed up to the top, and the house is on fire, and then Black Manta literally stabs the lighthouse grandpa.
Dude, yeah,
pretty like, I want Aquaman to watch you die. Then he doesn't die. He's fine.
Okay, and like every time he sees Aquaman, he's like, "Oh, I thought you ate your brother," or "I know some stuff about Atlanteans." And then in the fight where he takes Orm and Aquaman on at the same time, and he has the opportunity to stab Orm, like get rid of an Atlantean, have a major advantage in the battle. Yep. He just like stands there. Okay, well the way it's cut is he's about to stab, then reinforcements show up, shoot a missile. 10 seconds you get to see the missile travel, then it hits the island, and then we're supposed to believe, it cuts back, he gets, hit by Aquaman, we're supposed to believe that it was timed perfectly, I don't know.
But it's just the weird cuts and the movement, like he's striking down on him, and he's like an inch away, and all of a sudden all he hears is like a vibration, because the rocks start rumbling or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they haven't actually like come in at this moment, so he's just kind of like what are you doing? This happens like 2 more times, because then he steals the baby, he's gonna sacrifice the baby, and he goes in to cut the baby, and all of a sudden, what was it? Then Aquaman's like trident like stabs the knife or whatever. Yeah, it's just like he gets interrupted like 3 times. Well, that first one was the one that annoyed me because I'm like, dude, that was the most like, well, we can't kill Orm, so we'll just have him
so stupid.
Think about what's going on in his surroundings.
And the writing just freaking sucked. Like in the beginning, the scientists get taken out by a sea monster thing.
Yeah.
And then like Black Mantis or Manta comes down, and then he's like, what's going on? And then the scientists like, something's in there, and like, bro, say like a giant tentacle reached out, not just something. Yeah. And then they walk in there, and then they're like, something's down there. I'm like, stop saying something. It is triggering me. Like, they just say, like, I don't know, it's just annoying. Like, little nitpicks in the writing.
Yeah, I almost think, this is maybe stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know how in Walking Dead, they don't, like, the word zombie is, like, forbidden.
Yeah.
So it's like the walkers, the stalkers, the lockers.
The runners.
Maybe they were like the word monster or demon would be just too much. So you just say something. So it's more mysterious. And just speaking of like the monsters in general, like I mentioned before with the League of Legends guy, like the monster designs in this, there are a few that are fine when they're like really close to the camera, but a lot of them are just like the most basic little just demon creatures. And dude, once again, DC is just obsessed with like CGI demon from hell of the week.
It's not good at all. It never works. It's like magic. How does magic work? They could have just kept it grounded, like, oh, he has an evil trident that gives him the power of an Atlantean. And then literally
like, dude, I'm just gonna. Do you remember his name, the League of Legends guy?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm just gonna say LOL. So LOL, it didn't need to be in the movie at all. I don't think so. I was, from what you were saying, I was pretty excited that it was gonna be like he got messed up in the first movie. Now he's gonna be really kicking some ass. That's a really good idea where he takes the Black Trident. I mean, that would have been perfect setup. The scientist finds out, oh, there's this Black Trident that'll give you powers, and he's like, fine, power to take down Aquaman, and then set off your story from there. But no, it's got to be this whole like, we got to bring in LOL over here. And
what's the payoff for LOL to have that like scene where they're fighting over the spear and it's rotating around them, going, you don't love each other. Your brother always hated you. And you're like, is that the point of it? To have an epic
moment? Whole thing. So if you guys know Aku from Crash Bandicoot, it basically circles around both Aquaman and Orm.
The CGI is not good.
It just like taunts them. Like,
I was laughing at that part a lot.
It was just funny. Because like, it's just I feel like they designed him. And then when they were making the movie, they were like, oh shit, he has to talk. Because like he didn't look right when he talked. So like when he's sitting there, it's like, okay, that's fine. As soon as he starts talking, he's got this like little weird lip mouth thing going on. So he's like, oh, Aquaman, you must be defeated your clothes. It's just weird. It's weird.
You Aquaman.
And he's defeated literally in the most pointless way. So after Aquaman and Orm have their little dispute, Aquaman picks up the Black Trident, throws it at him, and then he catches it. The LOL does. And then they're like, oh shit.
And meanwhile, I should bring Daredevil into it, but I just got that Daredevil episode where like Bullseye throws a stick at Foggy and Daredevil's like shing. So I was drawing comparisons, guys. But the LOL, he grabs that spear trident and he literally holds it for a good like 30 seconds, I'd say.
Like he's like laughing, like he's like, look at this.
And then freaking Orm is like, Arthur, throws him a spear, and then the guy's still holding it. And then Arthur winds up. And then he perfectly aims at the spear, and then it breaks, killing the evil guy. So they could have just destroyed the spear the whole time, and then that guy would have died.
Well, literally would have been all. That would have been all.
And then, and Grant, did you laugh at any of the jokes in this film? I was close, so I actually did like at one.
I feel like there was one.
It was for me the running one where he's running with his arm, like he's almost Naruto running.
Yeah, that was what I laughed at. He's doing like the Naruto running. He's like, oh no, you gotta do the arm thing. And he like starts booking it. And I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then Jason Momoa's like, oh shit, like he's like,
yeah.
I see, that was funny, but then like other jokes that were just standard issue, like Marvel, like just put it in the script, and then I was losing faith in the audience because everyone was laughing at them, and I'm like, how is that funny to any of you guys?
Right.
Like, the lobster's like, my claw's gone.
Yeah.
And then the audience is like, hey, yo.
Which, dude, again, we watched the first movie, like, I don't know, a week ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember him losing his... I don't remember that character.
Oh, no, yeah, same.
I mean, I'm sure if I watched it, I'm like, oh, yeah, there he is, but I don't remember that.
It was... Dude, I feel this movie was so, like, generic, because, like, there's a part where he, like, gives a speech, and then he puts his arm around, he's like, rah, rah, my time to... And then, like, the villain enemies are trying to, like, stack onto him. I just, like, I saw that trope before, where, like, the giant muscle dude does a valiant standoff. Yeah. Honestly, it probably happened in Black Panther. Like, that one rips
probably.
Taku, or whatever his name is.
And yeah, that's a perfect point to bring up. This movie is literally a mix of, like, both Black Panther movies, and like a little bit of like Spider-Man in there.
Yep.
But yeah, like the whole point of this movie is like
Spider-Man. Yeah, for the train scene.
yeah, when it's like so many
it's a train
scene. It's like it's like, oh, all right, you watch the Spider-Man movie, okay.
Yeah, like, dude, they're underwater. How can the train derail? Because there was no rails. I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, we have to just take it at face value that, okay, I guess the train is, pointed toward the ground, it's going to crash, but...
Yeah, but you would think if they built it, like, underwater, that it would be, like, a floating sort of device anyway.
Yeah.
Like, why would they make it purposely, like, really heavy? Plus, the pressure under the water would already... I don't know.
Yeah, what makes the Spider-Man train scene, or, like, the Incredibles train scene impactful is it shows, like, the people on the train. In this movie, it's just like, you just assume there's people there.
It's a train.
Like, I mean, I guess you can hear them screaming, but I don't know. It just...
Basic stock screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, freaking Aquaman ordered whales to, like, blow up a sub with, like...
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, once again, a contradiction that we have between that's in both the first movie and this one.
Yeah.
Is, we have this, like, guilt Aquaman has where he's like, I could have saved him. Or I don't kill. I shouldn't hurt them. Like, Black Manta's about to fall down a hole and he's like, grab my hand. And then, like 5 seconds ago, he was like, whales? Kill all the people on that boat.
Dude, kill that one bad actor lady. She sucks,
There was this one, like, general for Black Manta.
Dude,
she was the worst actor in the film. Holy crap.
Yep.
Like, I think my favorite line was they were going to fire a missile, and she was like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, and he wasn't waiting for anything. I think he was waiting for the order.
Right, yeah. It's like, it's such a pointless character.
Dude, and speaking of pointless characters, this is like the epitome of the film, like summed up, is the council in Atlanta.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up.
They're like presented as a giant issue. They're all like, screw the land dwellers. We must think for ourselves.
Yeah,
and then
the only reason that we would go up there is to attack them.
Yep, and then it makes a certain point to show propaganda of them like defacing Aquaman. Like, yeah, he wants to go up top. Frick that guy. But then, like, it's never paid off, or they're never persuaded.
Yeah, literally the end. So after the final fight, it just skips to Aquaman, like, giving a speech, and he's like, well, here we are. Dude, which, again, is what happened in Black Panther. Literally the whole, like, should we share technology with them? Beat for beat Black Panther. Yeah,
but in the Black Panther movie, did they have that? Literally, this is how his speech went. I want land and sea to join forces. Everyone's clapping. But I'm like, what does that mean? Like, if I was a person there.
Wait a minute, we need some more details.
Yeah. Everyone's clapping, then he continues. I'm like, oh, why they clap there?
Dude, could you imagine if aliens came down to Earth?
Yeah.
And then they lined up on the White House lawn and they were like, space and Earth shall unite. Do you think everyone would just start clapping?
Yeah, no, I'd be like, what the freak? Alright, what's this alien that looks like Jason Momoa, though?
Well, then I'd start clapping.
Yeah, then I'd be like, yo.
Yeah, and one thing I think that's important to bring up, well, attaching it to that, could you imagine if at the end of the Black Panther, because they do have it where they're like going around, but it's more of just like a news interview, and they're like, oh, Wakanda is a place, and here is T'Challa. You remember the infamous moment where T'Challa goes, I'm Black Panther, yeah!
No, I don't. I didn't see Black Panther 2. Oh, wait, okay,
yeah. Because, dude,
yeah. Yeah,
so
dude.
I don't know if you knew
So
this, but Jason Momoa actually has a writing credit in this movie.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I just assumed that's him just going, Kathy said this.
Yeah, like, wouldn't this be cool? And I think that's part of the problem that I have with the character.
Yeah.
I don't mind Jason Momoa as Aquaman, but I feel like a lot of the moments where they're joking around or like doing random things that are like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just watching Jason Momoa. Like, I'm not really watching Aquaman in this specific
I
scenario.
definitely get that vibe because I'm like, I haven't read an Aquaman comic, and I don't really know his personality that well, but did Jason Momoa reflect the qualities of Aquaman? Like, he seems like a party animal, doesn't care about the kingdom.
Right, like I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hey, if you guys watch it, have read the Aquaman comics, let us know. Like, is it a perfect representation? I just felt like a lot of it was just like I'm just watching Jason Momoa like have a fun time while recording.
Yep.
Which I mean, good for him, but it just kind of disassociates me from getting into the film at all. So
and then what was the point of Black Manta's 3 different helmets? Like, I thought he was going.
They're like ones.
Like the scientist creeps in his room. Oh shit! There's 3 helmets.
Yeah.
And maybe he discovers the trident after that. Oh, like this trident gets passed around by like everybody. Everyone gets flashback.
Everyone gets a little taste of the trident. But when Aquaman touches it, he doesn't get the flashback, which I thought kind of weird.
I was waiting for that actually. I assumed he resisted it somehow. But
I mean, I guess. I'm not sure.
Literally, the most like smart thing that happened was Black Manta threw it, Orm grabbed it, he got stunned by visions, and that's when Black Manta shot him with the laser. Which, that laser, dude. If they killed Mara and Orm, and just that would've been crazy.
Dude,
that would've been a way to leave the movie.
Crazy.
There's no stakes.
Not at all. There's one other point I forgot.
I'll just keep going through random stuff until. I mean, like, the final fight, I guess that was cool, but really it's them banging their tridents against each other. That was kind of meh. And also, Aquaman wasn't even carrying his trident with him throughout the movie, like, when he's, like, rescuing his brother.
Yeah, you know, I noticed that, like when they went into the one, like, underground in the volcano or whatever, he, like, just didn't have his trident on.
Yeah.
He was, like, running around punching and throwing and stuff.
Did it belong to the other dude in Atlantis? I keep saying Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlantis, like, the other kingly-looking dude with the beard. By the way, when he's like, Orm, help me. And then Orm's like...
he literally goes... And then he goes all the way around the pillar and then helps him.
Dude, and then he gets the gun, which he doesn't use.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Oh, man, this movie, it was just like... It was one of those where I'm like, please be over soon. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Not to be a hater, because I really want the DC to succeed, but it's just...
No, of course. It's just kind of... It's just frustrating, because it's like... I really enjoyed the first one. It wasn't perfect, but... I thought it's a really good, like, popcorn movie. Just like, throwing some popcorn back, throwing it on, perfect. But this one is just more frustrating than anything. And the point that I forgot mentioning it now, so... They had a massive rewrite. So basically, like, half of the movie was done over. I feel like I really noticed that, like, going into the film. Like I mentioned before, with the whole, like, they went from it being a climate change thing to now it's this magic thing. and the LOL villain, adding that. I feel like there were so many moments where I was like, that looks like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. Like, they added the League of Legends character later on or something.
Right. Like, it's just so uninteresting.
Dude, yeah, like, even, like, what'd you think of the green color scheme? Like, I thought that was just, like, yeah, necromancer evil, yeah, we get it.
Yeah,
like,
it's just incredibly basic.
Yeah.
Can you remember at all what the LOL guy looked like aside from, like, the spiky hat?
No, yeah. Or he looked like the main character from Blasphemous, almost. The indie game where he had, like, the cone head, pinhead. He was actually a pinhead. Like, why didn't they write that? A pinhead.
Yo.
Or is that a slur? I don't even know. Guys, I'm getting canceled. But anyway, yeah,
CGI,
so
what did you think about that?
It was fine.
Yeah. There were moments where it looked pretty good, like in certain underwater segments.
Mostly just thinking about Atlantis. I got sick of the ice, I guess. Ice areas.
Yeah, I'm mostly thinking about like the moment where he's like a king makes his own bridges. Then he like jumps into it and like flies off of it. It just looked like really rubbery.
Yeah, true. Yeah, even flying. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, also like the whole thing is like I have a son now. But like that son wasn't really used other than like a goober.
Exactly. Like it was not used whatsoever. It's just this like little thing. It wasn't even used for like character development. Like, wow, I really grown after having a son. It's just like, by the way, I have a son now.
Yep.
And then like halfway through the movie, the baby.
The baby. Oh, dude. Also, okay, the scientist. Yeah. All right, you want to make a smart scientist man, and the evil villain's plan was to dump this like highly hazardous thing into freaking whatever and commit global warming. Why didn't he put a little bit of that in the bomb bag so then Black Manta just got like freaking destroyed? Like I put a vial of that chrome. What the frick was it called?
I have no idea.
Oh, dude, I laughed because I swear I thought someone said something cock. But it's like cockium or something. But I was
probably
like,
did. I can see that.
But I don't know. Like that scientist character triggered me because his catchphrase was like astounding. It was just like so one note. Like it was cringe watching him.
Dude, and there were so many moments, like especially with that scientist guy. What's the perfect way to put it? There were a lot of like awkward moments in the movie. Where whether it's Aquaman, like the first line he has, he's like, "Some people think it's weird I dunked the fish, but I don't think so." It's like, okay, all right, just put it. You don't gotta mention all that.
But
then like the scientist when he's like hands up. I just wanted to make sure no one was watching.
Dude,
let's just say I'm on your side. It's like, bro, what?
Yeah, like when Black Manta's hanging, like the one character we know that is in Black Manta's posse is that one girl who can't act, and then the scientist dude. It just isn't intimidating when you think of the first Aquaman when Black Manta's dad is with those other 2 or 3 pirates.
Yeah,
they're very like capable and threatening, kind of like Kraven's Hunters and Spider-Man 2.
Right.
But like freaking Black Mantis is traveling with like one scientist. Who's a clown? They're not threatening.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's the thing too, because it's like in the first one, you understand their motivation. What was the motivation of helping Black Manta? The only reason Black Manta was doing any of this is because he was brainwashed. The scientist was with him because Black Manta wouldn't let him go. Okay, fair enough. But like, why are all these other people here?
And they're dressed in like black suits, I guess.
Right, like is this just like the Black Manta squad or something? Live to die for them? Like, who are these people?
Dude, by the way, that ship design I didn't like. I got it was like a hammerhead shark sub. And like that open, like that pilot area, like there's like 4 buttons and like 4 levers. It was just like very not Atlantean. I mean, it's just Black Manta who made that. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's not even really like Black Manta. But dude, that was another awkward moment. Like when the whales came down and they started doing like the wave or whatever. The chick literally sat there and was like, you've gotta be kidding me. And then it blew up. I'm like,
Dude.
bro, shut off.
Yeah. And guys, there was an explosion that interrupted the conversation.
Yes.
Actually, when the scientist went, "No, don't shoot. I will explain everything," like that.
Like literally had a moment where he was like, "No, I want to help you guys," and then he like doesn't interact with them until like the very end of the movie. So that's very pointless.
Yeah. Like if that scientist stayed on that stuff, he would be dead. It said he went down with Black Manta to help Black Manta. Dude, like, why did Black Manta bring the scientist guy?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Like it's
like it was like,
why? Like, what's the point?
Dude, like, literally, the scientist and Black Manta stared at each other about like 3 different times. Where the scientist would be like, "All right, Black Manta, I got these papers," and then like Black Manta is either staring at a baby very sussly, looking at Trident very sussly, looking at his own helmet sussly. So then the Black Manta's like, I want that guy to come with me, who definitely doesn't, he hates me, but
like,
come on.
And he literally, like, Black Manta, like, had a knife to his throat.
Yeah.
And he was, like, bleeding from that. And then, 5 minutes later, he's like, "All right, come on, buddy, go and shoot on. Let's go. My mission's down there." "Oh, okay, all right, buddy."
Yeah.
What are you talking about? If someone almost, like, cut my throat, I'd be like, I don't want to go with you. Or why would you even invite me? It's just because they don't want to kill off the character, but it's like, who cares if a random scientist dies? I know it's a really liked actor, but that shouldn't influence your script decision.
Yeah, agreed.
That's just my theory on it, but like no one died.
No one died.
And I mean, Black Manta fell down a hole. You know, but that's a little.
Yeah, what a great final speech Black Manta did when he stared at Aquaman and like, "Oh wow, that was very rich."
Dude, I do love. I think my favorite part of the film is that they did recap the funniest line of the first one. Okay. Where he's trying to remember. Yeah, they recapped a lot, and basically he's trying to remember like all the reasons that he hates Aquaman, and then it's his dad drowning. He's like, "You killed that son of a bitch." It's so avoidable. It's so funny. It's such a stupid.
Yeah, wait, and then so Black Manta went, "I want to kill another day Aquaman lives. Is it another day he's not dead?" That's the line. Whatever. But like, and then he commits climate change. Like, what the frick? He wants to. It's a slow burn.
And like again, I get that you're mind.
Yeah.
But it's not even mind control. It's more like mind influence. He's still able to talk to people. He still knows all these people. Yeah. But the thing is, Aquaman shows up at this guy's doorstep like 2-3-ish times, and each time he's like, "See you later, Aquaman," and then he like dips out. I'm like, isn't your whole goal just kill that guy?
Yeah, like you could like suicide or something, you know? Like,
right? Yeah. It's like, bro. But he's so determined to just do the thing that the LOL guy wants. I'm like, I don't know. It would have been nice to see a little bit of conflict there. Where he's like, "Bro, screw you." You know, almost kind of like Majin Vegeta, a little anime reference. Where it's like, "Oh shit, he's been taken over," and he's like, "Not really. I just let him give me the power, and now I'm doing what I want."
Dude, I literally thought Majin Vegeta when Orm took the Trident or whatever. He's like,
dude, yeah.
And okay, like I know you already harped on this a little bit with the blood ritual thing.
Yeah.
If I was a mastermind person and my area got thawed and my 100,000 soldiers are unthawed and I'm still thawed, I'd have them like chip away at me, you know, like start chipping away on the ice. I mean,
because he can control them, so it's like, why not just be like, "Hey, get me out"?
Yeah, it says like it was empty. No one was in his throne room protecting him or whatever the frick.
Which also doesn't make any sense because if you remember back to the flashback where they see him being frozen, there's like 1 million people in the throne room with them.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that when they went to the throne room.
Oh,
I'm like, why is it empty?
Dude, yeah.
Then they like move people around, like, "Alright, put it down here." Don't want him getting a little advantage.
Dude, yeah. And then when Black Manta Vision where he's like, "Yeah," and like there's like a really weird creature next to him that we never see, I don't think. Maybe we do, but it's just
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So it's just strange that we have all these little tidbits. But this is a very frustrating movie.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know I asked you this before, Jay, but out of the 3 DC movies that came out this year, what is your order from worst to best?
Oh yeah, the DC movies that came out this year. So Blue Beetle first, Flash second, Aquaman 2 third.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. Now, out of all of the DCEU, have you seen every single movie?
No, I haven't.
What one haven't you seen?
The first Wonder Woman, which I heard was good.
Oh, okay.
I did not. Honestly, I didn't see Batman vs Superman. Big fan.
Dude, yeah.
Your mom's name is Martha? I saw the Nostalgia Critic and Angry Joe crossover for that movie.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that.
It's a really good video.
Link it right.
Yeah. But, I mean, overall, the best DC, like, looking back, was it Justice League, Zack Snyder cut?
Zack Snyder Justice League.
Man of Steel?
True. I don't like Man of Steel.
No, I literally watched Man of Steel, and then that one scene where someone's mean to him in a bar, and then that bar guy leaves, and then his car has like a giant, pole lock on it. Right. I'm like, Superman wouldn't do that, and I turned it off.
I was like, nope.
Nope. I mean, I guess his take on the character, but...
Dude, all I remember from that movie is, because I watched it when it came out, I haven't watched it since.
Yeah.
All I remember is the dad was like, no, you are so powerful.
Yeah.
So, like, what was it? There was like a tornado, and there was like no one around, and he was like, Dad, I'll save you. And he was like, no. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And then he dies.
Dude, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
who cares if people know? But whatever.
Yeah.
I think my favorite. I think it's a good pick for Zack Snyder. It's solid.
It was fine. Yeah, it was a fun experience.
I think my favorite would be the Suicide Squad.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, that's an actual good answer. Dude, that one is the best one by far.
Just like such a fun time. Yep. So it just that's what makes me happy for the new.
Okay,
DCEU.
I'm just saying I like the Birds of Prey more than the Zack Snyder cut. I'm just forgetting movies. Just saying, guys.
Dude, I'm trying to think of other ones. I mean, Shazam.
No.
Shazam 2.
No.
Wonder Woman 84.
No, frick that movie. I heard the first Wonder Woman's pretty good. I have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Okay. Batman, dude. Yeah, he never.
No, there's no.
Ben Affleck never got a Batman.
Yeah, there are 3 Harley Quinn movies. There are no Batman.
Props to Harley Quinn.
Yeah, props to Harley.
Yeah,
it's been Harley Quinn the decades. So yeah.
Dude, the Suicide Squad anime coming out.
Dude, my hair is very true. Peacemaker also another great project.
For sure, yeah.
But I am super pumped for Superman Legacy to come out.
Same.
That'll be a pretty cool one.
Yeah, and I'm really interested because what was it? The Authority. Like they were confirming characters from the Authority to show up in Superman Legacy. Like there's this one person called the Engineer, and she has like metal molecules in her body, and she can turn herself to metal, and do like techie stuff. I was kind of getting hyped that they have like really deep cut comics, like interacting with other superheroes. Like I don't see the Authority in Superman. Like I would not expect to see a member of the Authority in a Superman movie. If that makes sense.
You know that's perfect. Yeah. That's literally what the Guardians of the Galaxy was like. People knew who like Gamora and Star-Lord were, but no one knew who like Groot or Drax were. They were side characters in like 1 or 2 comics. But James Gunn is really good at throwing these like random little side characters and making them super likable.
Interesting, yeah.
So I'm pumped. I'm pumped for that. So anything else for Aquaman 2, or should we go to our final score?
Yeah, well, overall, I just want to say, I guess let's move into the final score. I can do a wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, there's like no like hero's journey in this movie. The themes are all over the place. Like it's like the theme is like connect with your family, forgive your family. This was stupid. And then even the resolution for Orm, his character is like, yeah, you're free in the ocean now. Just don't show your face around here. Like,
those are like, you're telling me the king of Atlantis can't just say, hey, this guy's good now. Don't worry about it.
But no, he started a war. like it's
like,
like
what
okay.
are you talking about? Yeah, and we literally have an Avengers shawarma scene.
Yeah.
You know, where they're all eating the sandwich. It's just him eating the sandwich.
Yep.
Puts a bug in it. And he goes, oh.
Dude, Grant literally like predicted the after credits. I think.
Yeah.
Like we didn't predict. Grant didn't predict the cockroach showing up. He like was like, you'll be at the restaurant eating a burger. So.
Yeah. My prediction was that he was gonna have eaten like 20.
Yeah.
And then the waitress is gonna be like, I guess I'll get you another burger.
Okay. Yeah, and then
okay, kind of cringe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just not that great of a movie, all over the place. It's the end of a DCEU era.
Yeah, and with a bit of a wet fart.
Dude, yeah, and they can't after credits with the new universe thing, that'd be hype. But,
yeah. Well, we talked about it in the Flash review, but they literally could have done that in the Flash. They could have been like, oh no, I screwed up the timeline too much because my dad was in the deal. So now,
dude, yeah, literally.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you had to do. But instead, they were like, we're gonna do a bunch of crack and make Batman for 2 seconds.
Yep.
It's stupid. But yeah, all right. So, what is your final score?
Oh yeah, I would say 2 out of 5.
Okay.
1.5 out of 5. I literally only enjoyed the running joke. That was
That's literally
payoff.
Yes, I will also give it a 1 out of 5. 1.5.
Okay, hell yeah. Yep.
I was at a 2, but then when I was thinking about it, this is one of the very few cases of a superhero movie. Guys, to give you the perspective of our day today, we didn't just see Aquaman 2. We also watched Wonka. Later on, hours later. And I'm not typically the person who can like stay up for a really long time watching movies, unless the movie's really good. Wonka, I was up for the entire time.
Yeah, same.
And this is hours later. Aquaman 2, I was like almost falling asleep.
Dude, same. I don't know why.
Sections.
Yeah.
I like never do that with like action, even if it's a bad one.
Yeah.
I don't do that. But this one just had so many boring parts to it.
I was like almost falling asleep. I'm like, no, I have to review this.
Yeah.
And then it was not worth it.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. So just for that goes down a half a point for me. So 1.5 out of 5. I think the best part of the movie, just to give it props for those of you guys that are like, what the hell? I think the brotherly connection was probably the best part of the movie. Just them like interacting for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Patrick Wilson, I think is a good actor.
If they just had more scenes where they were interacting, it would have been better. Like, if they just like showed Orm in the prison, if they like cut up Black Manta finding hidden tech, you know, like there was like a ton of Black Manta scenes in the beginning.
Yeah.
If they showed Orm in the prison, like he's lost all hope of anyone saving him, and then we get a little bit more of Orm.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little more character development. But no, we gotta have like you know, a bunch of like pointless scenes or whatever. Yep. So I gotta complain about one more thing.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Like there's another part where I swear I blinked and missed it. This is the main part where I was bored. Was he was like, I gotta go get Orm. And then they just kind of like describe a bunch of things where it's like, you gotta go through here, through the desert, you gotta do this and that, and that, and then he's there. And then I'm like, that would have been fine to watch, I guess, but it's like, you just want to skip over it. And so that's a good point.
I guess, like, I interrupt you, but in the first Aquaman, don't they jump out of a helicopter and they're like, your Atlantean skin will protect you? So do we have to assume they just jumped out of a helicopter, like, in that movie?
Right.
Am I misremembering that? I swear that was the same thing. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, and then, like, they find out, like, Amber Heard finds the opening and then Jason stands on it, whatever. Dude, yeah. But this is to fill in the gap ourselves versus being shown.
Exactly. It's just, it goes so fast that none of this movie is memorable.
Yep.
So 1.5 for Aquaman 2, but one last little bonus thing for the end here.
Yep.
Jacob?
I would also have another complaint.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, dude, Toto, I feel like,
is that the octopus?
The octopus,
yeah.
Like, they were getting chased by grasshoppers. I'm pretty sure they, like, left him in the dust, and then he just shows up on the beach. Like,
I didn't notice it, dude. I'll have to watch
it again. There's just a moment where he teleported, guys. Keep your eyes out for where he is. So
Yeah, I could believe that. There's definitely a lot of rushed making with this film where I almost bet like a couple weeks from now there's going to be a video of like all the things wrong with all the
Cinema
placements.
Sins, it's going to be like 120, if they're even around, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of things where it's like, how'd they get over here? Why are they over there? And just a lot of things that don't make any sense.
Yeah.
But last thing, dude, overall, the 10-year journey is at an end.
Yes.
We've talked about our favorites, our least favorites. What is your final DCEU rating, dude? It is done now. What is your final rating? All the movies combined.
It's probably a very easy 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I think 2 out of 5 is perfect. This DC universe was like super dark. I didn't like anywhere any movie went with its characters. Characters, I guess. I mean, the new Suicide Squad was the exception. Like, it had Starro in it. Dude, it's just above and beyond all the other ones. I mean, Birds of Prey was decent, but it's just so many of them could have been so much better. But the biggest issue is that so many of these films are, at the very beginning, they were trying to play catch up to Marvel. Releasing Justice League way too fast, not knowing what they were doing with Batman vs Superman.
The superhero movies were too generic. Like, the only one with like nuance felt like Man of Steel, and that was in the beginning. Like, oh, okay, a brutal Superman take, and then like after that, like Wonder Woman 84 is like that one sucks. It was like Blue Beetle. It's just they introduced villain from comic, and then they get defeated. I don't know. It's just too generic for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and when meanwhile Marvel, like, say like for Phase 4, for instance, if I'm remembering this right, a lot of people are like, yeah, there's a lot of bad movies in Phase 4, but then you get like absolute bangers like Spider-Man.
Exactly.
No Way Home.
He wants to really make up for it.
And then like like Shang-Chi, according to you, but like and then like they're doing different things with the superhero movies. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think a 2 out of 5 is perfect for that. But that is it for all the DC movies. Maybe at some point we'll have to go through and review all those one by one. Now that there's a finite amount of them.
Yeah, true.
But guys, what did you think of Aquaman 2? Were we too harsh on it? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, let us know, guys. And
we'll see you next time.
Stay tuned for the Wonka review. Peace.
Oh, yeah. See ya.